So today I'm going to share with you guys how I make my favorite post-winter workout meal, which is soup. Now I know that sounds completely unconventional, but it is. But I'm going to share with you guys why it makes for such an amazing meal to have after workout, as well as how easy it is to make. Okay, so far I have half a cup of water boiling on the stove, and I've already coarsely chopped up about a cup each of organic celery, organic carrots, and half a sweet onion. Now I'm going to add some organic tomato paste. I had about half a can. Now you guys know I'm really not into portion control, and soup, this meal makes, if you have extra of it, it makes for a great snack to have later in the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that cook for a little bit while I share with you guys why this makes for such a great meal to have after workout. Now when I'm trying to create a meal for after a workout, I'm looking to accomplish a few different things. One is I want it to be easily digestible. When we work out hard, that takes a lot of energy. That's a big toll on our body. So our body needs time to recuperate. Now, if we eat something, a really big, heavy meal, that's going to take even more energy because remember, it takes energy to digest food. So that's why it's really good to have things like soup or smoothie that's already broken down to help take some of the energy drain out of your systems. Second thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for something high in anti-inflammatories. Working out creates free radicals, and free radicals causes inflammation. And inflammation is what causes muscle soreness, achy joints. However, there's foods we can have to help combat all this inflammation. We want foods that are high in antioxidants, like I'm getting the lycopene from the tomato paste and beta-carotene from the carrots, as well as I'm going to be adding an anti-inflammatory agent, ginger powder, that I make. And this will really help combat those free radicals. The third thing I'm looking to do is I'm looking to add highly alkalizing foods. When we work out, we have a lot of lactic acid buildup. So that's going to create a very acidic body. Acidic body is just the same thing as inflammation, causes muscle soreness and achy joints. So therefore, we want to have foods that are alkalizing to help balance back that pH, again, to help speed up recovery. And the fourth thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for a complete protein source. Now, I've already had my L shots, I've had my spirulina, so I'm a little bit covered, but I wouldn't mind having some more. And I love to have mine in the form of a complete protein source and a raw, plant-based complete protein source, which is readily available, easily absorbable into the body, which I'm going to be using hemp seeds. Okay, so that's cooked a little bit. I just want to cook it a little bit enough to get it soft. And I'm always trying to retain as many nutrients as possible, and I'm not trying to have this on the stove for like 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add it to my blender, which I use a Ninja blender, and I've been really, really happy with it. It only costs like $70, and I've already blown up my Blendtex blender like twice, which cost me like $3.50. So this Ninja has really been incredible for me. Okay. So now, this is when I add my spices, again, because I'm trying to keep as many nutrients as possible, so I'd rather just add them at the end. They're still going to get heated up a little bit. So I'm going to add my homemade ginger powder, which remember is my anti-inflammatory. I'm going to be adding some lemon juice, about 2 tablespoons. Lemon juice makes for a very alkalizing meal. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. I would love to always add herbs to all my meals. Parsley has a huge amount of vitamin C, plus it's a very detoxing herb, which would be great. And I'm also going to be adding some kale, because kale, any greens, again, are very alkalizing, and also, too, for me, it's hard to digest these hard greens, so therefore, if I puree them into a soup, it makes it really easy for me to digest it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and blend this just for like a few minutes. Now, I like my soups chunky. If you guys like it more like, thinner base, you can add more water to it, but I like my kind of chunky. So I'm going to just spin this as soon as I get this. So as you guys can see, it made for a really generous portion size, which I'm not going to lie, I'm going to totally eat all of this. But if you don't have as big of an appetite as I do, you can always have this for a snack later in the day. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little texture, which is my complete protein source, hemp seeds, which are also amazing omega-3 fatty acid, which is going to also reduce inflammation. So this meal, as you can see why I designed it, it really helps speed up your muscle recovery, and that's what we need because we want to get back to working out, right?